If you're running a business, you know that cash is king. It's the fuel for your engine. But man, trying to get that capital can feel like you're lost in a maze with the lights out. Well, today we're flipping the switch and handing you the map. We are going to walk through the blueprint, the step-by-step plan to take you from feeling confused to feeling completely in control of your business's financial future. And this number right here, this is exactly why this conversation is so important. Just 31% of small businesses that applied for a loan last year actually got the money they needed. Think about that. That's a massive gap, and it leaves so many entrepreneurs stuck, unable to grow or hire or sometimes even just to keep the doors open. Building a strong business credit profile is your way out of that statistic. So here's our game plan for today. We're going to start with why this matters so much, the credit advantage. Then we'll get into how business credit is a totally different ballgame than your personal score. After that, it's all about action, laying the foundation, making those crucial first moves, and finally, mastering the system so you can monitor your progress and just keep growing. All right, let's dive into part one, the credit advantage. We're about to get crystal clear on all the incredible benefits you unlock once you build that strong business credit profile. Okay, so the most obvious win, it's getting access to money, right? A great business credit score is basically you telling lenders, hey, I'm a solid investment, not a risky bet. It means when that perfect opportunity to expand comes along, the doors to loans and lines of credit swing right open for you. But it goes so much deeper than just getting a yes from the bank. I mean, look at this. You get better interest rates, which can save you an absolute fortune over time. Suppliers will trust you more, maybe giving you better payment terms. It can even lower what you pay for business insurance. But honestly, the real game changers are down here at the bottom. Protecting your personal assets, separating your business life from your home life, and qualifying for those big government contracts. That's how you build a business that can truly stand on its own 2 feet. Which brings us to something that trips up a ton of entrepreneurs. Your personal credit and your business credit, they are not the same thing. Not even close. You got to think of it as a completely different sport with its own rulebook. So what exactly is business credit? It's pretty simple, actually. It is a credit score that belongs entirely to your company. It's tied to your employer identification number, your EIN, which is kind of like a social security number, but for your business. It's built on how well your company pays its own bills, creating a financial identity that's totally separate from you, the owner. And this chart just lays out the differences so clearly. Personal is tied to your social security number, business to your EIN. Even the credit bureaus are different. You'll see names like Dun & Bradstreet pop up in the business world. But here's the real kicker, and this one surprises a lot of people. Your business credit report is public. Anyone, a lender, a supplier, your competitor, can go and look it up. And that's exactly why managing this public reputation is so critical. Now, let's be real for a second. When you're just starting out, most lenders are going to ask for a personal guarantee. That just means you're personally on the hook if the business can't pay. That's totally normal. But don't let that discourage you. The whole point of this process, of building this separate credit profile, is to get so strong that eventually your business won't need you to co-sign anymore. It will stand completely on its own merit. Okay, enough of the what and why. It's time to get into the how. We're moving into section 3, laying the foundation. And I want you to think about this literally, like you're pouring the concrete for a skyscraper. If you get these first 4 steps right, you can build something incredible and lasting. Step 1 is an absolute must. You have to form a legal entity, like an LLC or a corporation. This is what creates that legal wall between your personal finances and the company's finances. Step 2 flows right from that. Get a free employer identification number from the IRS. That EIN is the key that starts your business's financial engine. Okay, you've got your EIN. Now walk right into a bank and open a dedicated business checking account. And I can't stress this enough, do not mix your personal and business money. It's a huge red flag for lenders and just a nightmare waiting to happen. And while you're at it, step 4, get a real business phone number and get it listed. It's a small detail, but it makes your business look so much more legitimate and credible. All right, the foundation is poured and solid. Now it's time to start putting up the frame of the building. This section is all about the active things you need to do to start generating a real, tangible credit history for your business. And to do that, you need to know this word, trade line. It sounds a little technical, but it's really simple. A trade line is just an account you have with a vendor or a supplier who gives you credit. Think net 30 terms, where they send you an invoice and you have 30 days to pay it. When that vendor reports your payment history to the credit bureaus, that's it. you are officially building business credit. So here are your first 3 power moves. Number 1, get a free DUNS number from Dun & Bradstreet. It's their unique ID number for your business. 2, open at least 2 or 3 accounts with vendors you know will report your payments. Companies like Uline or Granger are really common starting points. Just make some small purchases and pay those invoices off. And 3, get a business credit card and use it responsibly. Those 3 actions right there create the data that will become your very first credit score. I love this quote from A. Smith because it's so true, especially right here. Anybody can do the setup stuff we just talked about. The real test and where the real reward is in what comes next. This isn't a one-and-done task. It's about building a sustainable system. And that leads us perfectly into our final section, how to monitor your credit and grow it into a powerhouse asset for your company. This is where you go from just having a score to truly mastering the system for long-term success. One of the most important scores you need to know is the PAYDEX score from Dun & Bradstreet. It's a really simple scale from 1 to 100, and it measures just one thing: how promptly you pay your bills. The magic number everyone shoots for is an 80, which is considered great. But as you're about to see, you can actually do a whole lot better than just great. Now this slide reveals the secret to the whole system. A score of 80 means you pay right on time. That's good, but look up here. A score of 90 means you pay 20 days early. And a perfect 100, that means you pay a full 30 days ahead of schedule. This isn't just about being responsible. It's a strategic move. Paying early sends a powerful signal to the entire financial world that your business is an exceptionally low-risk partner to work with. So, how do you stay on top of your game? It's all about making these 4 habits a core part of how you run your business. 1, pay early. It's the single fastest way to get an elite level score. 2, keep your debt low. A good target is to keep your debt to revenue ratio under 36%. 3, monitor your reports. At least once a year, pull your reports and check for errors. Believe me, they happen. And 4, be strategic. Make an effort to work with suppliers who will report your good payment history. Make sure all your good habits are actually getting counted. And that brings us right back to where we started. At the end of the day, building business credit is all about building a financial reputation. It's about proving that your company is credible, reliable, and ready for whatever comes next. So you have to ask yourself, is your business's financial reputation strong enough to stand on its own? With the blueprint we just walked through, you now have everything you need to make sure the answer to that question is a resounding yes.